Good morning, north of 44 degrees. It is a beautiful morning. A little bit brisk, but it's supposed to warm up nicely today. Today's going to be a little bit of a fun project. I can't say I'm looking forward to it, but it's something we want to get done. The fan in the master bath is noisy. It's like a 3.5 zone fan. And if you convert that to dBA, you're talking about as noisy almost as a refrigerator. So we want to get that replaced. Last place we had, I had replaced the fan with a nice less than 3 zone. You can almost, you can hardly hear the thing. So we're going to do the same thing here. This fan also has a night light and humidity sensing. So we're going to get that replaced and have some fun with it. It is a bigger fan, has a larger footprint, so we're going to have to cut some of the ceiling out and spend a little bit of time in the attic, which will be fun. We haven't been in the attic yet, so let's tear into that one and see if we can get this thing wrapped in a day. Let's start in the utility room. The breaker box, I don't know if I've ever showed this before, but down here in the bottom of the breaker box there's actually a wiring schematic for the entire house, so you can see where everything is. Not only that, everything's marked pretty well. When I look at turning off the power to the fan in the master bath, it says right here, master bath fan lights / pull chain light. And I saw that and I was thinking, pull chain light? There's no pull chain light in the bathroom, and I didn't quite understand, so I just ignored it. So let's head back to the master bath and I'll show you what's going on in the attic. So here we are in the master closet, and let's head up. And I was surprised to see in the attic, first thing that surprised me was, one, they've got this thing blocked up, and this is a 2x8 here, but they also put these boards here so that when they piled insulation in around this, there's a well here for the attic access. Also, see if you can see this here, but there's a layer of foam on where the access door is. And in the attic, there's actually a pull chain light. So when you have to do something in the attic, there's actually a light here that helps. And you can see here's all the trusses, and this is a little bit different than a standard house. You can see that these trusses are on an angle, and way over here in the corner is a hinge. Remember in the early video we showed, in crane day, we showed that these were cantilevered down, and these parts of the truss beams, or trusses here, were actually folded up, and these ridge pieces were on the living room floor. So here's what everything looks like in the attic. Also, there is a massive two pieces of it's got to be inch thick plywood that runs almost the full length of the house, and that's just to add rigidity. Oh, and they've got the lag bolts, so this is what they're using to squeeze the house together. So when they put the two pieces down, these big pieces of plywood, and you can see a bolt right here Let's see, can we see it? It's like right over there. And that's what they use to squeeze the top half of the house together. Very, very interesting. And then they also have these metal strips that once they fold these down, they pop up these metal strips and tack those into place. Other interesting thing is, I don't know if you can see, there's actually all the way down the length of the house, there are these measuring sticks. And that's so when they start blowing in insulation, you know exactly how much insulation there is. And you can see here that this one is showing, you know, kind of 13 inches. And I would have to go back and look up and see, you know, what our value. But I believe the roof in a house north of 44 degrees latitude, you know, we're in the R50 range for the ceiling. So there's a little bit of that. Let me grab gloves and I'm gonna go dig up that fan and we'll go from there. We are in the attic and we have found, let's try this. We're in the attic. Yes, I'm laying horizontally on the trusses because all of this stuff is so close to the edge of the building that I can't do anything else. But here is the fan. You can see that right there. Let's see. It's right there. And then if you remember from the video interview with Steve, he talked about Foam Guy. Every time they punch a hole, Foam Guy comes and fills it up. Well, here's Foam Guy's work. In order to add this new fan, I need an additional wire up here. This exhaust fan has a fan function and a light function. The new fan has a fan function, a light function, and a night light function. So I have to have a total of, effectively 7 wires up here. 3 black, I think 3 black, 3 white, and a red or something like that. But everything's on its own switch. So I have to run an additional 14-2 wire up here to get all the functionality of this fan. So I'm going to pull Foam Guy's work off and grab some 14-2 wire, fish it down the wall, hopefully, and figure out how we're going to get it into the outlet box down there. Then I can take out the old fan and put in the new fan. All of this sounds real easy when you say, oh, let's just replace the fan. But there is a little bit more that goes to it, especially when you're doing upgrades. And if you've never had a fan, so the fan that came in the house is a 3.5 zone fan. So that's, zones are equivalent to decibels. The fan we're putting in is a less than 3.5, so you won't even be able to hear it, versus this one, which this manufacturer says it's 3.5 zone to cover up noises in the bathroom. So heck with that, I'm not going to worry about noises in the bathroom. Let's get to work. All right, so the old fan is out. You can see it there. And I doubt you can see this, but we'll try. I was able to stuff the new wire down in the existing hole. So you can kind of see it back there. Hopefully this isn't going to strobe too bad with the LEDs. So I'm ready. I'm going to try to install the new fan from the inside. It is so bloody hot up here.
I didn't record this because what it took for me to get that old fan out of there, all the grunting and groaning sounded like two wildebeest fornicating. Nobody wants to hear that. So downside is I put my drill motor down and now I can't find it. It's lost up here in the insulation someplace, but I need to cool off, get some hydration, and we'll keep moving. One of the things you'll deal with when doing work on a modular is the need for the manufacturer to overbuild everything. And if we look here, you can see right in the crease of that where the stud meets the drywall ceiling, there's a bead of foam. So it tells me that in order to increase the rigidity and take advantage of the strength of the drywall, they dropped a bead of foam all the way along the side of this. Now my bracket for the new fan needs to kiss both studs. So this bead of foam gotta go.
thanks for visiting this week. I'm going to let you finish watching this one out at high speed with a little bit of music, and we will come back next week and finish the install and do the electrical and show you how everything turned out. Enjoy the vid. Catch you soon.